against the Rio Americano Raiders. The Raiders have won the toss, so they will receive the ball first. It's a very nice night. Actually, a lot of people expecting rain, thought we might see it tonight, but no showers to report. It was down on the field a little bit earlier this evening, and it's a little bit damp on the field, sort of like a fine mist over the field, so it should be pretty good conditions for tonight's contest. The officials in tonight's game, referee will be Tom Marks, umpire Jesus Garcia, the head linesman is Bill Stannard, field judge is Chuck Dorn, back judge Russ Bennett, and the alternate is Terry Lockett. My name is Steve Buzzard, and we are getting set to play a little football as the Del Oro Golden Eagles will come out. They are wearing their visiting uniforms. They have the gold pants or the yellow pants with the white unis and the black numbers, the Michigan-like helmets they are supporting tonight. And the Rio Americano Raiders come out in their home uniforms, white pants and green jerseys with white numbers. They have the green helmets with the yellow face masks. So kicking off will be number 15, Nathan Samoy. He is a senior, 6'3", 170 pounds. Also plays split end. He is the place kicker. He was the All-SFL last year. He should be mentioned again this year, although those have not been announced yet this season. So we will, of course, tell you about that when that comes along. But tonight, the Division II Section Championship. Del Oro here for the third straight time. They beat Sonora 2 years ago, last year against Manteca, and tonight they take on the Rio Americano Raiders. Back for the Raiders will be number 21, Mike Hare, and number 22, Kevin Lake. Both are seniors. Watch out for Kevin Lake. Very dangerous on the special teams. So Samoy will get ready to go with the ball set down at the 40-yard line. Many fans from both schools are here tonight. The Rio fans have a lot to be proud of. Their team undefeated at 12-0. So we are ready to play football. Here's Samoy with the kickoff. He lets it go. Taken by Hare. Hare takes it at the 15-yard line, breaks the 20, has a hold to the 25, and is tackled at the legs at the 27-yard line. So let's go ahead and set it up for you. On offense, the quarterback will be number 3, Joe Curtis, a senior. This guy is very dangerous. He can pass the ball, has over 1,100 yards, 18 touchdown passes, but on the ground has over 500 yards. The tailback, the guy to look for, a name you'll be hearing a lot, number 32, Jake Mesner, a senior with over 1,250 yards. In fact, he gets the first give, bring it over left tackle, gets up to the 28-yard line, a gain of 2 on the play. Setting up the rest of the lineup for you, the fullback is Rob Borelli, number 42. Flanker, number 20, Dan Peterson. Split in, number 89, Chris Crutchley. And the tight end is number 88, Aaron Davis. Across the line, starting from the left side, working over to the right, number 77, Bob Labb, along with number 53, Cameron Coop. Center, Roman Keister, Gene Felice, and Mike Weintu. That's the Rio Raiders on offense. Here's Curtis, first pass of the game, goes out to the far side, and it is complete to Peterson up to the 33-yard line, about 3 yards short of the first down. So we've had a rush and a pass here in the opening of this game between Rio and Del Oro. On defense, up front, number 31, Pat Montgomery, number 72, Tom Fletcher, and number 73, Josh Kinky. In the linebacking core, you've got Jason Elkins, number 83, 43, Jason Armstrong, 35, C.J. Del Basso. He is the leading tackler on this Golden Eagle squad, and number 30, Brandon Betancourt. Third down and 4 yards to go from the Rio 33-yard line, moving right to left on your radio dial. Give it to Mesner, bring it out to left side. He's got the first down and more to the 40, 45. Here's that outside. He's on the afterburn, 40, 35 to 30, and knocked out of bounds at the 22-yard line. What a run there by Jake Mesner as he picks up 45 yards on the carry and gets down into Del Oro territory, first down and 10. What a run by Mesner, who last week against Center had 126 yards. Against Placer, 139 yards. That's in the 2 playoff games. And here he picks up a big gainer, 45 yards over the left side. So first down and 10 at the Del Oro 23-yard line, just underway. No score in this game. This is the first possession for Rio. Curtis fakes to get to Mesner, cuts it out. He gets it out to Borelli. Borelli at the 10-yard line is finally tackled at the 8-yard line. A gain of 15 on the play. So Rio, in the last 2 plays, has picked up 50-plus yards. One on the 45-yard rush by Mesner. And now the completion from Curtis to his fullback rolling out. That's Rob Borelli, the senior. So it'll be first down and goal to go. It's about 2 minutes have been taken off the clock as we near the 10-minute mark. Ball spotted at the 9-yard line. Offset eye with Mesner as the tailback, Borelli the fullback. Give it to Mesner straight up the gut, and he brings it to the 6-yard line. Tackle made by the Del Oro defense as we set the rest up for you in the secondary. Your quarterback, our number 32, Travis Logston, who leads the team with 6 interceptions. On the other side, number 11, Chris Houlihan. And the free safety is Keith Green. Strong safety is number 21, Wes Ogle. So the Rio Americano Raiders have it second down and goal to go at the Del Oro 6-yard line. Looking to get on the board early here. Back from the offset eye. Give it to Messer again over the left side. Just following up the left side behind Cameron Coop and Bob Ladd as he gets 2 more yards. It'll bring up third down and goal to go. The ball will be spotted at the 3-yard line. Just outside the 3-yard line. So situation here where Rio has another chance to try to get into the end zone. We'll see if fourth down comes around as checking in is Chris Crutchley. He comes in from Mike Hare with the play. Crutchley wearing number 89 goes out to the far side. You got Peterson coming to the near side. Backs in the I formation. Give it to the fullback. No, here's Curtis. He'll keep it. He's tackled. Tackled at the line of scrimmage. Looks like Del Balso was down there. This guy comes into the game. He's a junior, 5'6", 175 pounds, has 88.5 tackles. It's fourth down, goal to go. Rio not thinking twice about it. They are going to go for it. And boy, this could be a big play for Del Oro if they stop the Raiders on this play. Fourth down and goal to go. You got 3 backs in the backfield. Hesner's in there. Fake the give. Here's Curtis. Pitch it out to Messer on the right side. He's tackled. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Del Oro will take over. The tackle on the play was made by number 64, Ryan Franzu, a 5'11", 230-pound junior coming into the game with 30 tackles, and his 31st tackle is a big one. So he'll come off the field, and Del Oro will take over first down and 10 at their own 5-yard line. Quarterback coming up, he's just a sophomore, 6'1", 185 pounds, Randy Fasani. In the backfield, Andrew Floor. And his lead man is Christian Atkinson. Here's Floor out to the near side, gets out to the 10-yard line. Actually got out to the far side, was tripped up, had some room. Got a gain of 5 yards on the play. Talking about Andrew Floor, what a year he has had. 1,697 yards, 25 touchdowns, a school record. He averages just under 8 yards a carry. His fullback is Christian Atkinson, a junior transfer from Oakmont High School. And we'll get to the rest of the lineup after this play. Second down and 5, 7:22. We're in the first quarter. Backs in the I formation. Fasani gives to the first man through. That's Atkinson, who steamrolls ahead to the 15-yard line where he will be close to a first down. The slot man for the Del Oro Golden Eagles is number 24, Joe Graham, the leading receiver with 346 yards. Split end is number 15, Nathan Samoy. Tight end is number 83, Jason Elkins. On the line, Justin Snyder and Ryan Transu on the left side. Center is Tim Gardner. And on the right side, guard is Mike Maven. Tackle is Josh Pinkey. And we'll set up the Rio defense for you after this play. First down and 10. Ball at the 15-yard line, so Atkinson got the 5 yards necessary. 2 running backs in the backfield. Fake the give. Here's Fasani. Dropping back to pass. Unloads over the middle. He intended that one. It looked like for... I'm not exactly sure. I think, yeah, it was Jason Elkins. Excuse me. Jason Elkins. He was at about the 26-yard line. It was incomplete. So that'll bring up second down and 10. Defense for Rio. On the line, or the front line, number 77, Bob Ladd, number 61, Steve Cool, and number 58, Gene Felice. Second down and 10 at the Del Oro 15-yard line on the incomplete pass. Floor in the backfield. 2 receivers come out to the near side. Here's Fasani rolling out to the near side. Has some room. He's going to keep himself to the 15. Cuts to the middle to the 45. He's at the 30 to 35. At the 40 to the 45 and doubles down at the 46-yard line. Not before he gets 31 yards on the play. Randy Fasani came in with 145 yards on the ground. Gets a big gainer for the Del Oro Golden Eagles. 6:30 remaining in the first quarter. Linebacking core for the Raiders, number 88, Aaron Davis, and number 81, Eric Hart. On the outside, inside backers are 53, Cameron Coop, and number 56, Kevin Bauman. First down and 10, Del Oro has it at their own 46-yard line. Backs in the I formation. Flores, the tailback. He'll get the give. Bring it up the middle. And he's stacked up after a 2-yard gain and is dragged backwards. The charge led by Bob Labb and strong safety Jake Mesner. Rest of the secondary for you for Rio, and then we'll be all set. Free safety is Chris Crutchley. Cornerbacks are J.K. McCoy and the also dangerous number 22, Kevin Lake. He had 2 big interceptions, one against Center and one against Placer to help Rio get to this game tonight. Second down and 6 on the 4-yard gain by Floor. 3 receivers all coming off to the near side. Masani, the quarterback. In the backfield has Atkinson, it looks like, who moves right up the middle, gets across midfield and close to the first down. We'll see who pops up. Actually, it's number 30, and that would be Brandon Betancourt, the 5'6", 170-pound junior. Not bad numbers for a backup fullback. 55 carries, 338 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Best game coming against Ponderosa, where he gathered up 83 yards. Approaching the 5-minute mark. No score in this ball game. Del Oro, after stopping Rio on 4th down and goal to go, half the ball at the Rio 46-yard line. Here's Andrew Floor, who brings it up to the 41. He's got the first down, moves the chains, and another 5-yard gain for the senior running back. 4:49 showing on the clock. These teams very tough. Great years for both teams, of course. Between them, just 1 loss. That was a 21-14 loss by Del Oro in the second week of the season to Oakmont. In fact, that snapped a 25-game winning streak for the Golden Eagles dating back to 2 years ago. Backs in the offset eye. Andrew Flores, the man. Give it the first man through that Betancourt. He's got a hole to the 35. He's got the 30. Scampers to the near side. He's to the 25. Still running on his to the 20, the 50. He's at the 10. He's making all the moves, and he's finally down at the 6-yard line. A 36-yard gain and a beautiful run by number 30, Brandon Betancourt. How many moves did he make on that play? 5, 6, 7. He juked left. He juked right. And that one will look good on the film. First down now and goal to go for the Del Oro Golden Eagles. After Betancourt's big run to get inside the 10-yard line, ball's on the right hash mark. He's got 3 running backs in the backfield, led by Andrew Floor, also Christian Atkinson and Betancourt after that big run. And Fasani keeps it, the quarterback keeper up the middle, and it's a touchdown for Del Oro. I tell you what, I'm surprised that Rio was not ready for that. As Del Oro fans will remember, Randy Fasani, the audible hero against Foothill, as he had 2 touchdowns where he just tapped his center, Tim Gardner, on the backside and said, I'm going up the middle. That was his cue, and I think he did it right there. A 6-yard touchdown for Del Oro. The Golden Eagles are up 6-0. Now on for the extra point. Nathan Samoys, who comes in with 33 PATs. The holder is Eric Wygant, and now we got a penalty flag on the play. Dead ball foul, as you just heard there. Our public address announcer for tonight, as always, Guy Anderson from Cordova High School, and actually it'll be offsides against the Rio Raiders. Now, you move it halfway to the yard line. You still go for 1 or you go for the 2, and it looks like the coaches for Del Oro, both Christensen and Fletcher, will elect to go for the 1 and try to make it 7-0. You've got the automatic Samoys out there. He lets this one go, and it is good. 7-0 our score after Randy Fasani scored from 6 yards out. 3:52 remaining. The Del Oro Golden Eagles 7, Rio Americano Raiders nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. The thing about it, if you can write it down like a halftime, that way I'll have it. How many yards, or how many plays? 416. Welcome back to the University of the Pacific. That's Samoy sends the kickoff into the end zone. It will come out to the 20-yard line. Randy Fasani, 7-yard touchdown, a 9-play, 95-yard drive. Took 4:16 off the clock, and it was 7-0. Del Oro on top early. And boy, what a drive there by the Golden Eagles. You have to give credit to Rio, who did a good job coming down on their offensive scheme of things, but they were not able to punch it in on 4th down and goal to go. Del Oro got fired up and brought it back the other way. So Rio comes up with his second possession. They got 2 backs in the backfield. Give it to Jake Mesner. Actually, they give it to the first man through. That would be Rob Borelli, who brings it up to the 25-yard line. Tackle made on the play by Jason Armstrong. Armstrong, a senior, 6'4", tallest player on this team, comes in with 29 tackles, 3 sacks. Also had an interception for a touchdown. That was against Lynn Hurt, the team Del Oro has dominated over the years. It'll be 2nd down and 4 yards to go. Curtis drops back for a pass, sends it out to the near side. It's complete to Peterson, who's across the 30. Did not go out of bounds, so the clock will continue to run, although we are early in the game. But it is a 1st down to move the chain for Rio Americano. Curtis, very dangerous, as we said, likes to run with the ball. Has shown that he can pass effectively as well. He has 2 completions, make it 3 completions. He's a perfect 3 for 3 for 21 yards. Joe Curtis comes up, ball is on the left hash mark. Rio moving right to left, give it to Mesner out on the right side, and he can't find the seam, breaks away, and gets away for a 6-yard gain. He was tackled back at the 30-yard line momentarily. In fact, Josh Hinkey was there, but he couldn't really grab hold of him. Mesner gets ahead for a 6-yard gain. Mesner with 4 carries, 52 yards. Of course, the big 44-yarder on the first possession, where he broke out to the near side and just went down the sideline before he was knocked out of bounds. 2:30, we're in the first quarter, 7-0 Del Oro. Glad you can be with us. Here's Curtis, give it to Mesner again. Straight up the gut, he goes over the right side, and he's tackled after a 2-yard gain. Hinkey is in there. Jason Armstrong also in there for a tackle. It'll be 3rd down, 4 yards to go. 2 yards given to Mesner on the play. Mesner and Andrew Floor, 2 great running backs, sure to be named to the All-Metro team. I would not be, or the All-City team, I should say. I would not be surprised. 2 very good running backs, but then you got Avery Cummings. There's a few other candidates out there. But these 2 guys in the championship game, here's Curtis. He drops it out, and it's complete. That's Rob Borelli, but he fell down at the 39-yard line. And I think with him not going forward, he's going to be short of the 1st down, and that is the case. Curtis did not lead him on that pass. Borelli had plenty of room on the near side. So out comes the punting unit for the first time tonight for either team. Doing the punting is the quarterback, Joe Curtis. He'll step back at his own 25-yard line. And back is number 24, Joe Graham, and number 5, Andrew Floor for Rio. Here is the punt. Received at the 24-yard line. It's Betancourt. He's to the 30, to 35, and is brought down at the 40-yard line. Tackle made on the play by number 84, Brad Williamson. So it'll be 1st down and 10. Del Oro comes out on their 2nd possession. Fasani already with a touchdown. That was his 4th rushing touchdown, but like I said, he'll be well remembered with his heroics against Foothill, a 2-yard touchdown run, and then with just a minute and a half left in the game, had a 19-yard touchdown run straight up the middle on that audible that won the ball game for the Golden Eagles. 47 seconds, time running out here in the first quarter. It's 7-0. Fasani under center, 1st down and 10 for Del Oro. Give it to Floor. Floor brings it to the near side to the 45 and hits his average of 8 as he brings it to the 48. And that possibly could be the last play. We might get one more in here before the end of the first quarter. Going off to the sidelines is Samoy checking in. Is number 32, Travis Lodson, wearing the former number of graduate Corey Hartung. This will be the last play as 12 seconds remain on the clock here in the first quarter. Offset eye. with Atkinson, the lead man. Floor in the backfield. Give it to Floor again. Brings it to the near side. Following the lead of Atkinson. Gets the first down and is brought out of bounds at the Rio 47-yard line. And that stops the clock with 1 second. So we will have one more play here before the first 15 minutes are up. Andrew Floor, so far in the game, has 5 carries for 27 yards. Rushed for over 100 yards in every game except 2. Against Oakmont had 63, and in the playoff game against Foothill, just 47 yards. 7-0, Del Oro. Fasani comes out, offset I, off to the far side. Atkinson, the lead man. Andrew Floor is the running back. Takes the pitch to Floor, give it to Atkinson, who gets into a big crowd of Rio Raiders. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and that will do it into the first quarter. The score, Del Oro 7, Rio Americano nothing. We'll take a break and come back with the second quarter of action right here on 1240 All Sports, KSAC.
And River High School.
And welcome back to the University of the Pacific in Stockton, California. We're ready for the second quarter of action. And Andrew Floor on the give fumbles the ball. And we'll find out who got it. It looks like Del Oro was able to pick it back up. And very odd that we would see that, because Andrew Floor really is one of those guys who does not fumble the ball that much. He did have one game in which he popped it up 5 times, which is unheard of for Andrew Floor, but Del Oro does get it back. It turns out to be a gain of a half yard, so it'll be third down and 9.5 yards for the Del Oro Golden Eagles on their second possession of this ball game. In the backfield is Betancourt. 3 receivers come off to the near side now. Fasani, the quarterback, just a sophomore. Pretty talented. Drops back, brings it over the middle. It's up in the air and almost intercepted. The pass was intended for Joe Graham. And almost coming up with an interception was number 53, Cameron Coop. So the incomplete pass will bring out the punting unit now as Nathan Samoyes will drop back at his own 38-yard line. As we said, the also dangerous Kevin Lake. This is a guy you got to watch out for. They'll probably try to keep it away from him. Samoyes with the line drive. 15-yard line, and they fumbled. Kevin Lake fumbled the ball, and Del Oro picks it up. How about that? Number 22, John Center with the fumble recovery, and a turnover for the Rio Americano Raiders. 11:04 remaining in the first half, and a turnover for Rio gives Del Oro the ball at the Rio 13-yard line. Just after I give praise to Kevin Lake for all his accolades, he fumbles the ball. A little bit nervous on playoff night. Here's Fasani bringing up the Golden Eagle offense. He'll give it to Betancourt. Straight up the middle. He's down to the 2-yard line. Brandon Betancourt has been a fireball here in this first half. He had that big run of 35 yards. He now chalks up 11 more and has 3 carries for 51 yards, and he's leading the way in the rushing yardage. It'll be first down and goal to go. The ball is spotted just outside the 1-yard line, in between the 1 and the 2. Fasani up there with 3 running backs, double tight end set. Who's he going to give it to? Fasani will give it to Floor. Floor is stacked up. He's not going anywhere. He's still on his feet. He doesn't want to go down. And finally is thrown down by number 88, Aaron Davis. But his forward progress will get him back to the line of scrimmage. Floor was just simply stacked up. There were 3 defenders going up against him, led by Davis. Bob Labb was in there, and Cameron Coop. So it'll be second down and goal to go at the 1-yard line. Once again, 3 backs in the backfield. Double tight end set. Fasani under center. He'll give to Betancourt, and he's stacked up and hit at the 2-yard line. Tackle made on the play by number 81 outside linebacker Eric Hart. So 2 tries and 2 unsuccessful tries will bring up third down and goal to go. The ball is at the 2-yard line. It looks like a loss of a yard on the play. Give or take a yard, it doesn't matter. 9:18 and counting here in the first half. This first half moving right along. Once again, 3 receivers in the backfield. It's the 3rd time a charm. We will find out. Here is Fasani. He will give it, fake it. He'll bring it out to the far side. He's got trouble, and he's back down to the 3-yard line. He fakes the give to his fullback, Betancourt, rolled out to the far side, but it did not fool the Rio defense, as there to make the tackles, Aaron Davis and Cameron Coop. So, hey, you bring out automatic. That's Nathan Samoys. He's only got 3 field goals on the year. Had a record or a personal best 44-yard field goal against Placer in a regular season game. This will be a 20-yard field goal attempt. And we've got offside. Somebody is jumping around down on the line in the trenches. And this could go against Del Oro. The moon back 5 yards, but I don't think that will affect Samoys too much. If we remember, last year, he had 3 field goals in the game against Manteca in the 16-0 victory. So now instead of 20-yard field goal, it'll be a 25-yard field goal. 8:17 showing on the clock. Wynant is the holder. Here's the kick from Samoys, and it is good. Good from 25 yards, 8:09 remain, 10-0. Del Oro leads it. We'll take a break and come back with more. You're listening to Friday Night Football on 1240 All Sports, ASAC. So, in how much time? 2:51, right? 2:52. 6 plays. 25 yards. No. But how many yards they went? 13. Yeah. 10-0 is our score. A 6-play, 13-yard drive. Took up 2 minutes and 52 seconds. As the kickoff comes to Hare. Hare brings up the 20, up the middle 25, and is tackled at the 30-yard line. Tackle made on the play for the Golden Eagles by number 65. That's Mike Davis. Out comes the Raiders offense now as they try to get something going. And a very fine first drive, but it stalled on 4th down and goal to go. The 3-yard line. Del Oro has come back and now scored 10 points. Nathan Samoys with a 25-yard field goal. We stand at 10-0. Mesner gets to the outside to the 35 and is brought down after a 5-yard gain. Just going off the left end. On that side, of course, Cameron Coop and Bob Labb, who have opened up the holes all year for Mesner. Curtis is yet to run with the ball. See what Rio has to offer here. Both teams have had to punt once. It'll be 2nd down, 5 yards to go. Ball to Rio 35 on the left hash mark, moving left to right. Takes the give to the running back. Here's Curtis. He's going up top. This is intended for Peterson, and it's just out of his reach at the 32-yard line. Incomplete. A nice touch there by Joe Curtis, but Dan Peterson, not enough wheels to get to it. Coverage on the play by Chris Houlihan. So that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Rio, just like I said, trying to get something started here. And wanted to go for the big play. The biggest play was a Jake Mesner 44-yard run down the near sideline in the first quarter. But since then, they have been pretty quiet. Offset eye with Mesner in the backfield. Curtis the quarterback. One receiver out to the near side. Curtis with the pressure. He's feeling it on his feet. Lets it go to the near sideline out of bounds. And it'll bring up 4th down. The pressure was coming in by Del Basso. Along with Tranzu was in there and Josh Hinkie. Curtis unloads, and I believe that is, yes, his 2nd incomplete pass, so he is 4 for 6 for 23 yards to this point in the ball game. So Curtis will drop back, they'll punt the ball, and as I say, it looked like they were going for it, but I soon forget that there's only 34 players on this Rio team, so a lot of the offensive guys out there on the punt team. Curtis back in his own 20, lets it go. Back is Betancourt, who will receive it. Calls the fair catch and fumbles. It's on the ground, and I think Del Oro recovered it. So if you're a returner, this is not your night. But a big break for the Golden Eagles as the ball is recovered at the 28-yard line. I think Betancourt got back on it. There might have been another player, but Betancourt shaking his head as he goes off the sideline. 6:56 remaining. Del Oro with the ball. and a 10-0 lead. Trying to defend their title for the third, or actually the second time. They've won 2 years in a row. In the backfield, Andrew Floor, along with Atkinson. Bassani with the double tight end set. Give it to the main man. Floor. He's out. Clicks him 35 to the 40. He's got the wheels rolling at the 50. He's out of bounds at the 37-yard line. They'll mark it at the 40. 23 yards on the play. Andrew Floor, the biggest gain from scrimmage for the young man from Loomis, California. Ball comes to the Rio 40-yard line. Andrew Floor, that Emmett Smith type build, when he gets out into the open, watch out. He can turn it on into fifth gear. First down and 10 at the Rio 40-yard line on the right hash mark. Backs in the I formation. Andrew Floor, the tailback, one receiver to the near side, and Bassani fumbled the ball. And actually now in there, excuse me, is number 16. That's Eric Wygant. Wygant now replacing Bassani. Of course, we do not know why, but Wygant, a junior, 6 foot, 150 pounds, comes in 17 of 33 for 251 yards, has 2 touchdowns, has not thrown an interception, and has completed 51% of his passes. So Wygant, with a little bit more experience as a junior, is in there now wearing number 16. He has Flo in the backfield with 2 receivers coming off to the near side. Someone moved on the offensive line. Looks like Justin Snyder, possibly. And actually, it was Brandon Betancourt who was lined up in the tight end position. The legal procedure will bring it back 5 yards, make it second down and 16 yards to go. On that last play, when the ball was fumbled by Wygant, there was a loss of 1 yard. 5:51 remaining in the first half. Clock is now ticking away here as we move right along. Dale Oil with the 2 running backs in the backfield. In motion to the near side is Joe Graham, the split in. Here's Wygant looking for a dump screen out the floor. Has to keep it, fumbles the ball, and Rio takes over. Eric Wygant fumbled the ball. He was looking for Andrew Floor, didn't have him, and it just slipped out of his hand. On the recovery was number 61, Steve Cool. So Rio gets a break of their own. They will bring it back now. First down and 10 with 5:25 remaining in the first half. So we've had 3 fumbles in the game. 2 have resulted in turnovers. Another was a punt return fumble by Del Oro that was recovered by the Golden Eagles. So Joe Curtis comes back up, gives it to Mesner. Mesner straight up the left side. Moves ahead to the 46-yard line. Give them 3 on the play. That'll bring up second down and 7. Coach Mike Smith enjoyed success back in 1990 when his team went 11-0. They lost to Nevada Union in the first round of the playoffs to end their season. In 91 and 92 had to go through 2 1-9 seasons. Last year 4-6, and of course this year now 12-0. Offset I, give it to the first man through. That's Borelli as he moves up ahead to the 43-yard line. Another 3-yard chalk up for the Rio Raiders. So bring up third down and 4. These 2 teams got here. There's 2 victories in the playoffs, of course. Rio against Placer, 21-17, then beat Center 21-13. That game played at El Camino High School. And as for the Del Oro Golden Eagles, they beat Foothill in a war. This was a war at Ralph Scoggin Stadium, 13-12 that score. And last week against Series, 35-7. 4 minutes remaining. Give it to Borelli. He's trying to get to the first down, and he'll be dragged down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, C.J. Del Basso, on the tackle. 4th down, and out comes the punting unit. So Rio not able to capitalize on the turnover. A fumble by Eric Wygant. Dropping back for the Golden Eagles is Brandon Betancourt. He'll stand at his own 10-yard line. Curtis will drop back to his own 45. This is the 3rd punt now for Curtis. It was a 30-yard punt, and it's a fake. And it looks like they did not get the first down. My attention was elsewhere, and it's going to be close. I don't think they got it. Rio Americano was going for the fake. They snapped to the up mid Mesner. He gets to the 40-yard line, and Del Oro takes over, first down and 10. The fans for Rio do not like the mark, but I think it's a good one. We'll have to wait and see. The chains are coming out, but there's no doubt about it. This is not a first down. It's going to be about a half-yard short. So we will wait and see as the officials bring out the chains to measure this one. And no, Del Oro holds again. So 2 fourth-down conversions for Rio in this half go for naught. And the Golden Eagles take over on their own 40-yard line with 3:19 remaining in the first half, leading 10-0. So let's see who comes out on offense now. And back in there is Randy Fasani. So Fasani sat out for one series. He's back in there. Wygant probably not helping himself with that fumble. Fasani, the sophomore, has a double tight end set. Andrew Floor is in the backfield. Fake to give to Floor. Yeah, no, he gave it to him. Floor over on the far side. Tripped down at the 42-yard line. Tackle made by Kevin Bauman. Also in on the tackle, Aaron Davis, the outside backer. A gain of 2 on the play will make it second down and 8 with 2:45 and counting. Del Oro would not mind getting on the board another time. Now remember, they have a great place kicker in Nathan Samoy. So they are one of those teams that can get into field goal position and possibly put at least 3 points on the board, but I'm sure they want 7. So here's Fasani. Fake the give to Floor. Roll out to the near side. He's at the 35. Lets it go. Throws across, and it's complete to Samoys at the 49-yard line. But we've got a flag on the play. And it's in the secondary, and that could be pass interference. A catch by Samoys. And they're going to call it offensive pass interference. To bring this one back, Samoys was a yard short of the first down, but it does not matter on the penalty. So bring it back to the 42 and then chalk up a few more yards. And it'll be a repeat of second down. Looks like it might have been against Samoys or another receiver on the team. 15-yard penalty brings it back to the 27-yard line. It'll make it second down and a long 23. So that does not help the effort. Fasani with a tough throw. He had to throw that back across his body. Actually, it is third down. Excuse me. Third down and 23 yards to go for Del Oro. Backs in the I formation. I would imagine that they would try to pass the ball, I would believe. Fasani drops back, draw play to Floor. Comes out the other side. Don't give him room. He's got it. 35, 40, 45, and touchdown at the 46-yard line. A nice tackle made by Kevin Lake. Give Floor 19 yards on the carry, but he comes up 4 yards short of the first down, and Del Oro will have to kick it away. And now for Floor, 10 carries, 80 yards. So he's well on pace to break the century mark again. Dropping back is Samoys at his own 30-yard line. You've got Kevin Lake and Mike Hare. Nice boot by Samoys as it drops at the 10, at the 5, rolls inside, and is down at the 3-yard line. A beautiful kick of 52 yards for Nathan Samoys. 1:17 remaining, and Rio Americano has 97 yards to go if they hope to get on the board by the end of the first half. Other games coming up. In fact, tonight, Davis playing Nevada Union. That is at Hughes Stadium. St. Mary's playing Napa. The winner of those 2 games will play right here at UOP next Friday. And in Division 3, it'll be Bear River against Golden Sierra. That will be tomorrow here at 1 p.m. Those 2 teams, big rivals. In fact, Golden Sierra's only loss is to Bear River. That was 33-6 in week 4 of the season. First play from scrimmage. Looks like they went to Mesner on that play as he darts out to the 6-yard line. Minimal gain of 3 on the play. Clock continues to tick at 43 seconds and counting. Coming up at halftime, try to get Bruce Burton in here, who is covering the game for the Sacramento Bee. And also we'll have complete stats for you. Of course, I want to give my thanks to Terry Clark and Eric House, who are helping me out tonight. Making this broadcast a good one. 27 seconds remaining in the first half. Giving it to Mesner again. He's stacked up, moves ahead to the 8-yard line. Another minimal gain. I think Rio is just going to go into the locker room down 10-0. But now Del Oro wants a timeout. And I think a pretty smart play by the Golden Eagles as Bob Christensen will come out. He directs the defense. John Fletcher directs the offense. Also at halftime, we're going to talk about the coaches. I call them the dynasty. I mean, these guys have done an incredible job. Don't want to give you too many details because we want to save it. But Bob Christensen and John Fletcher, both 46 years old, calling it quits after tonight. In fact, Fletcher, though, will drop down to the freshman level and still coach football, but it'll be the end of a dynasty between these two men. They are the best of friends, and they have showed it with 3 Texas championships, looking for their 4th, 10 league titles, and 125 wins. That's an average of 8 wins a season. 20 seconds remaining here in the first half. Jake Mesner is the leading rusher, 10 carries, 72 yards. We told you about Andrew Ford, 10 carries, 80 yards. So an even contest between the running backs. Fake again to Mesner. Here's Curtis. He wants to keep it. He's to the 10. Gets out to the 15. He's to the 20. That's the first down. Still on his feet to the 25. And he's met by a host of Golden Eagles at the 27-yard line. Gain of 18 on the play. 9 seconds remaining on the clock to move the chains and then start it back up unless another timeout is called. So there we see the running ability of Joe Curtis. Official down on the field. Tom Marks making the signal, and time will run out, and that will do it for the first half. Our score here from the University of the Pacific, Alonzo Stagg Stadium in Stockton, California. It's the Del Oro Golden Eagles, winner of the Sierra Foothill League 10. The Rio Americano Raiders undefeated at 12-0, and winners of the Capital Valley Conference, nothing. We'll take a break and come back with halftime activities. After this timeout, you're listening to Friday Night Football on 1240 All Sports, KSAC. Good job on the task, guys. Pretty close to what those guys have it wrong. All right. So Del Oro will start out with the ball.
If you think you're happy now, why don't you hear this?
Oh, that sucks. Old song.
Oh my God.
A little long, isn't it?
Still going? They're kicking off. Can they get this time? Yes.
Here we go.
Put your hands up.
I don't think you're happy enough.
Ready for the second half of action. Del Oro on top, 10-0 over Rio Americano. Hey, for the Golden Eagles now, 6 straight shutout quarters in postseason. Last year winning 16-0 against Antigua. And this is a squad that really came in, as we have talked about before. They lost a lot of key players. Scott Auerbach, David Coyle, you had Chris DeLong, Brandon Ratliff, and Corey Hartung. There's 5 names right there for you, and they've been replaced by a few guys and have done a pretty good job against this Rio team. Now, Rio has not really been a dominating team. In fact, a lot of their wins this year have been pretty close. They had the surprise of the year, which I thought it came in the first week, but they beat Jesuit 17-12. From there, wins over Roseville, another Division I school, 30-26. A close one with Mira Loma, 19-14. Then the rout over Highlands, 59-7. Got by Foothill, the same team that Del Oro got by 13-12. This score was 14-7. Beat Center 21-8. Routed San Juan 42-0. Their only shutout of the year. Rio Linda 16-6. Walt 14-12. And then an impressive win over Elk Grove 21-3. As for the Del Oro Golden Eagles, they had a shutout of Roseville, one of 2 shutouts on the year, 22-0. Their only loss of the season came at Oakmont, 21-14. Bob McCour's there is 2-1 against this Del Oro team, and may be one of the few coaches to have a winning record against Bob Christensen and John Fletcher. Week 3, they rout Lyndhurst 63-6, and then beat Mesa Verde 27-15. Shutout Folsom 34-0. Beat Oak Ridge 34-21. Over Placer 32-26. Mira Loma 35-20. El Dorado 56-7. Ponderosa 31-6. And then the playoff wins over Foothill and Series 35-7. They beat Foothill, like I said, 13-12. So there's the rundown of the 2 teams. Del Oro winners of the Sierra Foothill League, and Rio ready to kick off now. Winners of the Capital Valley Conference, as Del Oro will get the ball first to start this first half. Graham will kick it off. It's a line drive on the ground. Pick up at the 15-yard line, brought to the 20 to 25. And up to the 30-yard line, Joe Graham receives the ball. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Del Oro Golden Eagles, who chalked up 170 yards of offense, all on the ground, led by Andrew Floor, 10 carries for 80 yards. So we'll see what Rio has to offer here. Down to 10-0. This is it for these 2 teams. The winner will be crowned section champion of Division II. So Fasani will start the second half as the quarterback. Set out 1 series in the first half. Back to the I formation, give it to Floor. We'll bring it ahead to the 32-yard line. Tackle made on the play by Bauman. Inside linebacker for the Raiders.
Quarterback for the Golden Eagles as we start the second
Rio
play.
chalking up 148 yards in the first half, 105 on the ground, and 23 through the air. Fasani will take the play, bring it in. There's number 32, Travis Logston, a junior, coming in with 242 yards. Fasani has yet to complete a pass. He is 0 for 2. They did the floor, right over the middle, and it's complete to the guy who brought in the play, Logston, as he gets up to the 44-yard line. A gain of 13 yards on the play and a first down. So Fasani completes his first pass, now 1 for 3. Samoys will replace Logston as he brings in the play to Fasani, who runs into the huddle. Ball is on the left hash mark. First down and 10 at the Del Oro 44-yard line. This could be a crusher here should Del Oro go down and score a touchdown. Backs are split. Give it to Floor. Finds the seam up the middle. Cross midfield. And is down at the 46-yard line. Gain of 10 on the play. Close to a first down. Looks like he might be marked a little short. They might have to come out and measure this one. But referee Tom Marks says it will be second down. A gain of 9 on the play for Andrew Floor. Floor still in there along with Christian Atkinson. They are split in the backfield, just to the left side of Fasani. Double pat in set. One receiver to the far side. Give it to Atkinson. And the big fullback moves across to the 44. Enough for the first down. Moves the team. Atkinson coming over from Oakmont. So he played JV ball 291 yards, has 5 touchdowns, and third on the team behind Floor, who has the 25, and Betancourt with the 8. Best game came against Lyndhurst at a 73-yard, 2-touchdown performance. Backs in the I formation. Atkinson the lead man. Floor is the tailback. Bring it to the near side. Power against Power as he's brought down at the 40-yard line. Tackle made by Eric Hart and Kevin Bauman. Just underway here in the second half. 9:21 showing on the clock as time ticks away. Seeing what the second half has to offer. Del Oro on a very impressive drive right now. Just run the ball.
41-yard line.
That's what they're made up of, especially when you have someone like Andrew Floor. Backs are split again. Asani looks to both sides. Looks like he's calling an audible and now needs a timeout. So he'll go over, talk things over with Bob Christensen and John Fletcher. Actually, he'll probably talk things over with John Fletcher since he directs the offense. Bob Christensen will stay on that sideline. 8:58 remaining. Del Oro leads it. We're in the third quarter. 10-0 is our score. We'll take a break and come back with more of Friday Night Football on 1240 All Sports KSAC.
Once again, ball, the Tanzania and nothing else.
After the timeout, we are ready to go. My name is Steve Husser. Glad you could be with us. 10-0 our score. Del Oro in the lead. Backs are split. Masani under center. Double tight end set with 2 receivers out to the far side. Pace to give the floor. Masani drops back, brings it over in the middle, and it's complete at the 30-yard line. Find out who that is. It's Betancourt. Brandon Betancourt. And that goes for 11 yards and another first down for Del Oro. So if Masani comes out, his 2 passes completed, 2 big ones.
Ball at the 31-yard line.
Del Oro is moving on the Rio Raiders. Backs are in the offset eye. Andrew Floor is the tailback. No surprise there. Give it to the man. Bring it to the 40. And he slips down at the 36-yard line.
Tackle in there by number 22 of the Raiders.
Tackle made by Kevin Lake, the cornerback, as he comes up to bring Floor to the ground. A 5-yard gain.
5 yards.
And right now, for Floor, 14 carries and just a yard under the century mark at 99 yards. 8:14 and counting in the third quarter. Del Oro on the move, backs in the I formation. Atkinson the fullback, Floor the tailback. Give it to him, he's over 100 as he is brought down at the 21-yard line, close to another first down. You know, you talk so much about Andrew Floor coming in with 7.9 yards to carry, and hey, he's only getting 5 to carry here or so, but I tell you what, that's the tale of a great tailback. I know he's got offers from a few schools, University of Oregon being one, where he could join his teammate from high school, David Coyle, who's up there as a Duck. And as you know, the Ducks are on their way to the Rose Bowl this year to take on the almighty Penn State Nittany Lions. It is first down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Del Oro just taking time off the clock. Give it to the first man through, and that's the... Looks like Floor. It is Andrew Floor. I thought it might be Betancourt there for a second.
Number 5, Floor, the ball
as he gets up to the 18-yard line.
Stopped in there by Kevin Bauman along with...
2-yard gain on the play. Kevin Bauman on the tackle. Checking in.
Pick up a couple yards on
Our Lobson, along with Betancourt. Atkinson goes out along with Samoy. Checking down at 7 from the 17-yard line of Rio. Ball just shy of the left pass mark. Give it to Floor. Floor's got some room on the far side. Trying to find it. Cuts up and is tackled immediately at the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit by the Raider defense on that play, led by number 77, Bob Labb. Senior on the tackle.
Tackle by...
Bauman's in there also with the tackle. 6:39 and counting. This has been one heck of a drive. We're almost approaching a 6-minute drive by the Del Oro Golden Eagles. It's the ground game mixed up with a few passes here and there. 2 complete passes to be exact. And we've got an official's timeout down on the field. So the referees will talk it over, find out what's going on here. And we'll get started again. Del Oro coming in with 52 touchdowns, has scored 1 tonight on a Randy Fasani 7-yard touchdown run. That came in the first quarter. Add on there a Nathan Samoy's 25-yard field goal, and we've got a 10-0 score. Here's Fasani, pulling out to the near side. Pass coverage, brings it out. It's complete at the 5. Touchdown to Travis Logston from 17 yards. Fasani to Logston, and it's 16-0 on the opening drive for Del Oro in the second half. What a drive manufactured by Del Oro, as they now have manufactured the same score that they had last year when they won the section championship, 16-0. But that could change very quickly right here as Nathan Samoys is on to add the extra point. High snap, and Samoys has to pick it up, and it's on the ground, and the score will remain 16-0. 5:51 remaining. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Friday Night Football on 1240 All Sports, KSAC. Won't speak too soon, but...
That was third, wasn't it? That was on third down.
And welcome back. 11 plays, 70 yards, 6 minutes and 9 seconds. Randy Fasani completes one to Travis Logston for a 17-yard touchdown. The extra point is missed, making it 16-0. We are in the third quarter. The kickoff goes into the end zone by Samoys, who's having himself a pretty good game tonight. As Rio comes out, now 16 points. What can they do is the question. They have been shut down. Messner has his yardage at 72 on 10 carries, but this is the first time that Rio has touched the ball in the second half. So you know they've been anxious to get on the field. Let's see what they can do on their first possession. Back to the offset eye, Messner in the backfield. His fullback is Rob Borelli. In motion comes Peterson to the near side. Pitch it out to Messner. Has room, brings it up the middle, and is cut down at the 22-yard line. Josh Hinkie on the tackle. And there's an interesting name for you. Josh Hinkie, who plays both ways. Plays on defense, plays on offense as a tackle. He's the guy who made that superb block last year in the section game that sprung David Coyle for a 92-yard kickoff return to open up the second half against Manteca. So I know a lot of the students at Del Oro do remember that he is probably the hero for that single play. Here's Curtis. He lets one go out to the outside, complete to Peterson, who is strung out and tackled at the 25-yard line. Gain of 3 on the play, which will make it third down and 5 yards for Rio. You know, Rio's doing a good job of mixing it up. It's just they're not getting the yardage. The biggest gain from scrimmage was the Messner 44-yard run, where he sprung out, got some room, went down the sideline, and was tackled out of bounds. And that was the drive, the opening drive, that was halted on a 4th down and goal to go by the Del Oro defense. Fake to give to Messner. Here's Curtis. Has some time. Lets it go up top. It's going to Peterson, and it's too far. Too far, incomplete. Coverage on the play was by number 32, the guy who caught the touchdown, Travis Logston. So out comes the punting unit, and it's still 16-0. So that was a big series there for the Del Oro defense to try to stop the Raiders on offense. And now Curtis has to come out and punt the ball, and I would not imagine that we would see a fake punt on this play here. They tried it already once before, came up a little short. Curtis will drop back. High snap, gets it down and gets the boot, and it's off the side of his foot. And out of bounds, and let's see where they will mark it. Curtis just plain out slipped. And they are going to mark it at the 30-yard line. So that is a 5-yard punt. That'll bring down the average. Curtis, who had the high snap, felt the pressure coming in, although there was only one guy coming his way, and just simply did not get the foot on it. Came off the side of his foot, and Del Oro is in good position to make this a blowout. 4:20 remaining in the third quarter, 16-0 our score. Randy Fasani, the quarterback, has floor in the backfield, already over 100 yards. He dashes up the middle. He's to the 20, still on his feet, has the first down, and we've got a penalty flag on the play. And that could be a personal foul after the play. It could tack on a few more yards on DeFlore's nice 10-yard run.
Penalty flag on the play.
We will wait for the call from referee Tom Marks. And it is a personal foul, and it's against Rio. So not only the 10 yards, but chalk up a few more.
15-yard major penalty.
That is, wow, you just heard it there from Guy Anderson, a 15-yard major. And that'll bring it to the, actually it turns out to be a 10-yard major. We'll bring it to the 10-yard line, making it first down and goal to go. Now, it's just short of the 10-yard line. What I mean there, 10 and a half or so. So there's a possibility of a first down, I think. I mean, it's not exactly on the 10-yard line. So the first penalty, actually the second penalty on Rio, but this one a big one. Floor now in the game has 18 carries for 118 yards. So now they mark the ball inside the 10-yard line, so it will be first down and goal to go at the 10-yard line. For Del Oro, already leading 16-0. Fasani comes up with backs to the I formation. Off to the near side. Comes Grant. Give it to Floor. He's knocked down in the backfield. Nice pursuit and a tackle made by Aaron Davis in the backfield. A loss of yardage on the play. Floor was just stunned. A loss of 3 yards on the play will make it second down and goal to go from the 13-yard line. Checking in is Samoys. Out goes Logston. Fasani has one rushing touchdown along with a passing touchdown. Fasani comes up under center, double tight end set, offset I. Atkinson, the lead man, will Floor in the backfield. Fakes again to Atkinson. Here's Fasani, keeps it himself. That Floor behind him, and he stumbles ahead to the 6-yard line. That was an option play there. Either pitch it back to Andrew Floor or shoot it himself. And the sophomore decides to go ahead and get some positive yardage out of the play. So it'll be third down and goal to go. Should Del Oro come up short, no fear. Nathan Samoys is their place kicker. This is definitely within his range to put on 3 points. It's 16-0. Third down and goal to go from the 6-yard line. Ball on the left hash mark. Fasani under center. Single set back as Floor. 2 receivers out to the far side. Double tight end set. Here's Fasani. Pitch it out the Floor. Can he get the room? He cuts it to the middle. And he's in! Touchdown! Andrew Floor. Number 26 on the year. That's from 7 yards out with 2:32 remaining. And it's 22-0. Del Oro on top. Andrew Floor did all that work himself. He just strung out the defense to the far side and then cut it up the middle for the touchdown. And now Samoys will come on for the extra point. Try to make this one a 23-0 ball game. The Rio fans, actually, I'm sorry, Del Oro is going for 2.
Golden Eagles will
going to try to make it 24-0. Backs are split. Fasani under center, drops back. He's looking for Logston. Now brings it over the middle, and it's knocked away by Cameron King. So the 2-point conversion is no good. It's 22-0. Del Oro on top on their third touchdown. That's a 7-yarder by Andrew Floor. 2:32 remaining. 22-0 our score. We'll be back after this.
If you want to say so, Andrew, 18, 19,
Andrew Floor, 20 carries, 122 yards. He now has 1,819 on the year, and that is tops in the city. So congratulations to Andrew Floor as he helped manufacture a 5-play, 30-yard drive that took us 1 minute and 40 seconds, capped off by the Andrew Floor 7-yard touchdown run. 26 touchdowns for the senior. So 2 big touchdowns now by Del Oro, and it's 22-0. Here's Rio on offense. Joe Curtis needs a miracle. He's dropping back the pass, still looking, steps up in the pocket, has the room. He's out to the 25, 30, the first down, and is tackled at the 32-yard line. Tackle made by number 83 on the play. That's Jason Elkins. You can pretty much consider Curtis a running back. He's not one of those quarterbacks where you get a little scared if he's running with the ball. He is built like a running back, much like Mesner, a little bit smaller. Here's Curtis. Gets it out to Peterson, and it's knocked away incomplete.
And 10 for Dan Peterson.
Coverage on the play
Broken up in there
by John Center.
John Center.
John Center gets a lot of playing time. Backs up Wes Ogles, but you can see him in a lot of places in the secondary. It is second down and 10 at the Rio 32-yard line. We're in the third quarter, 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining. Story has been all Del Oro tonight. Here's Curtis dropping back, screen pass to Messner, who catches it, I believe. And no, now they're going to call it, or are they going to call it incomplete? No, they're going to call it a reception, and Messner might have been better off just dropping that ball. And now the referees want to talk about it. They're going to call it incomplete. I was going to say, that was a 4 or 5 yard loss, but instead it's third down and 10, and now Rio is going up with a hurry-up offense. Messner is the single setback. Peterson comes off to the near side. One receiver off to the far side. Here's Curtis. Brings it out to Peterson, and it's out of reach, incomplete. So Curtis not able to hook up with Peterson, both seniors. And that drive right there took about 19 seconds. And Del Oro is going to get the ball back. So Curtis will have to drop back to punt. He's only had 3 punts in the ball game, this being his 4th. Had the 5-yarder last possession that set up the touchdown by Andrew Floor. Curtis steps back his own 18, another high snap. Gets this one off, though, a nice boot. Back is Brandon Betancourt, receives it at the 29, and nowhere to go. A host of Rio Americano Raiders, led by number 51 for Rio, and that is Tony Vernello on special teams, comes up with the tackle. And now the Golden Eagles, I would imagine, will go right to the ground game and try to take some time off the clock. They had the big 6-minute drive that set up the Fasani to Logsdon touchdown. That was the first score of the second half. And Andrew Floor answered with the second touchdown of this half. Both PATs were missed, and that's why we're at a 22-0 margin. Backs are split in the backfield. You got 2 tight ends. Fakes the game to the first man, give it to Andrew Floor. He brings it ahead now to the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 on the play. Andrew Floor has had a sensational year, over 1,800 yards now, counting this game tonight. Has gone over the century mark in every game except 2. Once in the loss to Oakmont, and then once in the playoff game against Foothill. If you remember in that game, the star, actually not a star, but if you're looking at statistics, Avery Cummings, 249 yards. He ripped off a 77-yard and a 67-yard touchdown. Give to the first man through, that's Christian Atkinson, as he moves to the 35-yard line before he's brought down. It'll bring up third down and 3 yards to go. Time running out in the third quarter as we approach 40 seconds, 39. Time continues to roll. Del Oro is in no hurry.
Gain of approximately 4 yards on the carry. Third and 3 for the Golden
Third and 3 for the Del Oro Golden Eagles. We're well on their way, possibly, to another section championship. And what a way for Bob Christensen and John Fletcher to go out. Here's Fasani, pitch it out to Floor. Floor brings it up the middle and nowhere to go. He's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit. The tackle's made by Kevin Bauman on the play. Also Steve Cool in there, and so Del Oro will have to kick it away, and that will be the end of the third quarter. 15 more minutes of football to be played, and we will crown the section champion in Division 2. Our score, the Del Oro Golden Eagles, 22. The Rio Americano Raiders, nothing. We'll be back after this timeout. You're listening to Friday Night Football on 1240 All Sports, KSAC. My apologies. I said 15 more minutes of football. It's high school football, so 12 more minutes of football. As Samois kicks off, it's picked up by Lake. After receiving the ball to the 30, he gets to the 35 and is tackled immediately on the play by number 72 for the Golden Eagles. That is Tom Fletcher, the son of John Fletcher, as he plays in his final game of his high school career. Earlier in the broadcast, we said we had no mention of the All-SFL team that we do have right here. Our thanks, of course, to Eric House for providing this. Andrew Floor, no surprise, along with Nathan Samois. Travis Logston, Elton, Snyder, and Geeky. Couple linemen there for you. As Curtis drops back as we get back to action here. Curtis with time, still with the ball. Pulls out to the far side now, has to unload, and it's intercepted. No, it looked like it was intercepted at the 45-yard line. There was nobody with the green uniform over there. And whoever that is, they are down on the ground. It looks like they are injured. Can't pick up the number for you quite yet. But we'll try to do that in the second. Joe Curtis had about 10 seconds in the backfield. Finally just had to let it go, and he is probably better off just throwing it out of bounds. And popping back up is number 22. It's John Spencer. Center almost had himself an INT. Rio struggled in the third quarter. Had the ball 2 times. Had the ball only for 2 minutes. On a lot of incomplete passes and only manufactured 19 yards. Here's Curtis. He let one go down the center, and it's almost intercepted by Keith Green. Keith Green defending on the play against number 21, Mike Hare. Green coming in with 2 interceptions this season. We are in the final quarter, the fourth quarter. 22-0, Del Oro on top. 3 touchdowns and a field goal have been provided by the Del Oro Golden Eagles. As Rio now has a 3rd down and 10 situation, and you can just feel it already. They're just getting desperate. They're down by a lot here. They've got to score at least 3 touchdowns and go for a 2-point conversion on one of those TDs. Here's Curtis, feeling the pressure, still going. Lets it go and no one there. Intended for Dan Peterson. It's incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down, and Rio will have to kick it away. The most points giving up this year by Rio was 26. And that was in the second game against Roseville. Outside of that, they gave up 17 to Placer, and nothing even close after that. So it's been a tough night for the Raiders. But Del Oro, a lot of people will tell you, a machine. They know how to do it right. And here's the snap to Curtis. Curtis lets this one go. Another nice high punt, as this one will bounce at the 30 and will settle there. Down by Rio, and Del Oro will take over with 10:59 remaining in the game to score 22-0. Andrew Floor, the leading rusher, with 122 yards. Make it 125 on 22 carries. He's been the workhorse tonight, but I guess you'd also have to give thanks out to Randy Fasani, who has himself a rushing touchdown, the first of the game, and a passing touchdown to Travis Logston from 17 yards out. Backs in the I formation, double tight end set. One receiver, that's Graham to the near side. Give it the floor, breaks up the middle, and is still on his feet as he's brought down at the 37. A gain of 7 on the play, just a yard under his average. You know, it's amazing when you think 8 yards per carry. Last year, I mean, you talk about consistency. He was the man. 7.8 yards a carry last year after gaining 1,115 yards. This year, over 1,800 yards. That's 700 more than his junior year, and still averaging around 8 yards per carry. 10 minutes left to go in this ball game. Backs are split. 2nd down and 3, and the ball is fumbled. Brandon Betancourt popped it up for the 2nd time, and Rio gets the break as they take over on the Del Oro 44-yard line. Betancourt fumbling for the 2nd time, once on a punt, and this time he was just coming up the middle, and the ball was like a loose bar of soap. Just fell out of his hands. And the green jerseys of the Rio Americano Raiders will take over with 9:47 remaining in the ball game. 2 turnovers for Del Oro. Joe Curtis up on the line of scrimmage. Backs are split. Give it to the fullback, who muscles ahead to the 41-yard line. That's Rob Borelli, the fullback. Gain of 3 on the play. I'll bring up 2nd down and 7. Curtis takes the signal from assistant coach Ron Karikas, who stands beside Mike Smith. Tough night for the Raiders, but they'll try to get back in it on this drive right here. They need a touchdown on this drive. In motion is Peterson to the far side. Here's Curtis. He'll drop back the pass, has time. Steps up into the pocket, almost sacked, still on speed, coughs it up, and Del Oro gets the gift. Joe Curtis coughed it up, and guess who came up with the football? Brandon Betancourt. The guy who gave it away got it right back. And I don't know if the ball's a little bit slippery. It might be. I told you, there's like a fine mist on the field, and that means a little water is getting on the pigskin tonight. So the second turnover for Rio proves costly as Del Oro gets it back with 8:44 remaining in the ball game. Action in the I formation. Christian Atkinson, the fullback. Andrew Floor, the tailback. Give it to the man. He brings it to the far side. He has some room to the 45. Has the first down after a 12-yard gain. Drives down at the 48-yard line. Got to give credit to those guys up front. Dustin Snyder, Ryan Transu, Tim Gardner, Mike Maven, and Josh Hinkey. Those are the 5 guys that have made it happen for guys like Andrew Floor. Last year, you remember Corey Hartung, as Hartung and Floor became one of, I believe, 2 or 3 duos in high school history up here in the northern section to rush for over 1,000 yards apiece. Give it to Floor. He gets the ball again. Moves ahead to the 50. Boy, he's got power across midfield and down at the 47-yard line. A pickup of 6.
Defensive stop by number 89.
Clock continues to roll at 7:53.
Number 77, Bob Lavey.
A very sparse sideline. We told you only 34 players for Rio Americano,
7 yards
opposed to 48 for Del Oro.
Second and 3
The
for
support
Del
that
Oro.
the city of Loomis shows this school is tops in the city. There's no doubt about it. Backs in the offset eye. Atkinson, the fullback. Floor, the tailback. Graham, the leading receiver for the Golden Eagles, comes out to the near side, gives it to Floor. He muscles ahead, got the first down as he's tackled at the 42. Tackle made on the play by number 32. That's Jake Mesner, who also plays strong safety for the Raiders
Defensive stop, but not until the
when he's
necessary
not the running back.
Picked up by 4 for a
First down
for
and
the
10.
Golden Eagles.
That means Del Oro gets another
Raider
set of
territory.
downs,
The ball being
and
spotted
we
at the
approach the
43 yard line.
7-minute mark. You're starting to get that feeling. I know the fans can feel it over on the other sideline. This year they are on the far sideline opposed to last year when they were right in front of us. That's why it's so quiet. And Andrew Floor on the give is tackled in the backfield. A nice tackle made on the play by Kevin Bowman.
58, Police making a
Gene Police. Gets in, finds a penetration, and that turns out to be a loss of 5 yards on the play. That was just a matter of Police getting through the front line and getting right to the floor. Sonny not able to hand that ball off quick enough to a star running back. Now we got a little delay on the sideline as Travis Logsdon will bring in the play. And it looks like Masani is going to call himself a timeout. And that's what we have. 6:12 remaining in this ball game. Del Oro on their way to their 4th section championship as they lead it 22-0. We'll be back after this timeout.
1994 CIF Toyota Saquon Section High School Football Championship.
They try to pump up their Raiders. It's 22-0, second down and 15 yards to go. 4 receivers now being shown by the Golden Eagles. First time we've seen that tonight. Ball play goes to Floor. And you only get 2 yards on this play. Pursuit by Cameron Coop on the play. It'll bring up 3rd down and long. You got 2 receivers going out to the far side to the near side. Haven't seen that all night. Maybe trying to keep the Raiders a little off because they know it's going to Andrew Floor, who in the game 28 carries, 150 yards on the night. The clock continues to run at 5:40. 2 running backs, that's Betancourt and Floor. Here's Bassani. He gets to Floor and he's tackled in the backfield. Another loss on the play as the tackle is made by number 75 for the Rio Americano Raiders, and that is Roman Taster.
Brings up a 4th
The 4th down, and Nathan Samoy will drop back to front. This is his first time as a 52-yarder in the first half. He's got quite a foot. Reminds me of Jeremy Wilgus of Jesuit High School a year ago. But then right when I say that, he botches one off to the far sideline that will go out at the 32-yard line. That's somewhere around a 18, 19-yard kick. I guess no more accolades for Nathan Samoys on the night. 5:02 remaining in the ball game, and now the Rio Americano Raiders need more than a miracle. Last possession I said they need a miracle. This one they need more than a miracle. And I don't know how you can do that. Down 22-0. Joe Curtis will bring up the Raiders on offense. He's going to pass. Has to get downfield. Here's Curtis trying to find some room to the near side. Lets this one go. It's up in the air. It's up for grabs. And anybody there? Yes! And it's caught by the Rio Americano Raiders. Shocker. The number 88, that's Aaron Davis, all the way down to the 16-yard line. How about that? That will be good for 54 yards. As Curtis unloaded that one from the 30-yard line, there was about 7 players back there. 4 from Rio, 3 from Del Oro, and it was anybody's ball. But Rio comes up with a big play, and who knows, that might be a pretty good or a pretty important play for the Raiders. They at least want to get on the board once tonight. Back to the offset eye, Jake Mesner has been quiet. Takes the give, here's Curtis, he's going to keep it, bring it up the middle, he's across to the 10, and tackled at the 9-yard line. A gain of 7. Mesner, 2 yards in the second half after going for 72 in the first half. He has been silenced. But then again, down 22-0, you really have to go to the air. Rio's been a little bit desperate. But as you saw there, just 2 plays ago, Curtis unloading one to Aaron Davis. A lot of seniors on this team, 18 total, both offense and defense. Clock continues to run, though, 3:49. Second down and 4 at the 10-yard line. Takes to give to Mesner. Here's Curtis looking into the end zone. Wants somebody, has to let it go, and he'll be tackled. Josh Hinkey on the tackle, and the clock will continue to run. It did not get out of bounds, and he was tackled at the 15-yard line. Big play for the Del Oro defense. Also over there was Brandon Betancourt and C.J. Del Balso. It'll be 3rd down and 4. It's 4th down territory for the Rio Americano Raiders. A timeout has been called on the field.
3rd and 10 for the Raiders as the Raiders have taken
Ty Anderson doing the public address announcing from Cordova High School. Once again tomorrow, Bear River will take on Golden Sierra in the Division III championship. That will be right here at UOP. That game will start at 1 p.m. A game that's going on and probably entering the 4th quarter as this one is. Davidson Nevada Union playing for the city championship. That game being played at Hughes Stadium. Davis, a hot team, the Blue Devils, in the late going, but they lost to Nevada Union in the season opener, 29-12. Back to action now. As Curtis will come up under center, has 3rd down and 10 yards to go. He lost 6 on the play. Mesner is the lone setback in the backfield. Peterson off to the near side. Curtis drops back. Here comes the pressure, and he'll be sacked. And the ball's on the ground. And they're going to say he was down on the ground at the 30-yard line. But chalk up the sack to C.J. Del Balso. And it looks like Ryan Trantu as well. What a huge sack. And it's the first one of the game for any team. But it comes at a very opportune time. Now 2:57 remaining in this game. I think you can start celebrating. The clock continues to run. It's 4th down. It's 24. The Raiders have to get to the 6-yard line for a 1st down. Here's Curtis going up, and it's intercepted, and no, dropped. It was intercepted and then dropped by Jason Armstrong, but it doesn't matter. On 4 downs, it will be turned over to Del Oro with 2:35 remaining in the game. Could it be that Del Oro could serve up another shutout? Incredible. Last year, 16-0. And this year, maybe 22-0. Unbelievable. You can't hear anything on this part of the sideline because that's where the Rio fans sit. On the far sideline, it's a little bit louder. And maybe they expected this victory. Here's Fasani under center. Give it to Floor. Reverse to Graham. Graham to the far side. Breaks it to the 30. Cuts up the middle. And gets to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 on the play. John Fletcher pulling out his bag of tricks here. Two dirty jerseys down there, especially those offensive linemen who have done the job tonight.
5 yards on the carry by Graham.
What a way for Bob Christensen and John Fletcher to go out. We told you, 46 years old, they both are. Fletcher will stay on as the freshman football coach. Bob Christensen will stay on probably as athletic director. Fasani under center. Give it to Atkinson to the 35. Moves ahead the big body. As he gets close to the first down. Still in bounds at the 39-yard line. They may have to measure this one. I think he might be a yard short. So it'll be third down and a yard to go. Del Oro will try to get the first down here, and if they do, this game is over with. And now the fans for Rio will cheer on their team as all the starters will come out. A fine year. Nothing to be ashamed of as the Raiders finish 12-1. They lose it here in the championship game, 113 and counting. And now too much time taken off the clock. We'll take a timeout and come back with more. You're listening to Friday Night Football. 22-0 is our score.
Dead ball foul.
All right, guys.
You want the total or second half?
Dead ball foul, delay the game. 5-yard penalty assessed against Del Oro. Brings up a 3rd and 6 for the Golden Eagles. With 1 minute remaining in the football championship game. Fumble on the carry. Timeout on the playing field. The ball recovered by Del Oro. And a first down as well. Football contest. A hearty congratulations to the Del Oro Golden Eagles, who will have won their Sac Joaquin Section Championship for the 3rd consecutive year. And once again, congratulations to the Rio Americano Raiders for a highly successful football season, ending their season with a 12-win, 1-loss. That being the defeat here this evening to the Sac Joaquin Section Division II football champions, the Golden Eagles of Del Oro High School. Once again, in behalf of the Sac Joaquin Section, the 1994 CIF Toyota Sac Joaquin Section High School Division II football championship game, we wish to thank those fans from Rio Americano High School and those from Del Oro High School for attending this fine football game tonight and seeing 2 excellent football teams participate in the championship for Division II Sac Joaquin Section. That being for the 3rd consecutive year in a row, the Del Oro Golden Eagles. Once again, we wish you a good evening. Drive safely in behalf of your announcer, Guy Anderson.